Where did the Josh Gordon news come from here, Tom? Were there any indications as to any problems that Gordon was having?
Not long-standing, really, Rich. You know, he had one catch on 2 targets for 19 yards the other day. And, you know, I was talking to someone yesterday, and they indicated that he's kind of was starting to wall himself off a little bit and withdraw. But it wasn't as if there was anything looming in terms of this. But it was attributed to, look, he has a hard time in groups. He was becoming much more silent and a little withdrawn. But that hasn't been going on for weeks. This was just something I had a conversation with someone about yesterday. But it didn't indicate that there was anything sinister, diabolical, or a shoe about to drop.
So I guess then, look, the Patriots do a great job of keeping things in-house, as we all know.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible that they were surprised by this, blindsided, if you will, Tom?
Well, what's really hard is, and I spoke to a friend of mine who's a sports psychologist, and he said, what we have to understand is these guys are lonely, lonely, lonely. And especially with a guy like Josh Gordon, you come into a strange place, you're in dire financial straits, you're battling anxiety, you're battling substance abuse issues that you've had, and now the entire focus is on you. So no matter how much support the Patriots are giving you, you also know there's a quid pro quo to it. So there's an immense amount of pressure. But you're going back to your rented place where you have just a temporary support group in place, no matter how much they want to hold you to their bosom. And you know that they're supporting you in large part because they need you as an employee. That he made it 90 days when, given what happened in Cleveland, you can tell that the wounds are still pretty fresh and he's working through things. I honestly, Rich, maybe I'm naive, I look at that as somewhat of a victory for the kid. And I don't look at the Patriots and say, hey, told you so, should have taken a risk on him. I think that they did him good. You know, yes, you bring him in for the football. But while he's there, you gave him a structure that allowed him to play this sport and find some organization for 90 days. So, to me, yes, that said, there's no way you can monitor what goes on in somebody's skull or what their cravings are or what their loneliness is. And in the end, or not even in the end, I don't know if this is the end. It reached critical mass for him where he said, I'm not healthy right now.
And Tom Curran here, NBC Sports Boston and Honda Insider Report. So that was going to be my next question. I know this is very new and fresh. This is literally you and I are talking about an hour and a half after the tweet came out from Josh Gordon that he was taking time off to deal with his mental health. Are the Patriots going to keep him in the fold? I mean, are they going to keep him on the roster? I mean, what will they do here with 2 games left of a huge regular season?
Just given the reports, I think it was Tom Pelissero said that there is a looming suspension, which would be indefinite. And if that's the case, and if his move is reactive, Josh Gordon's, to, I'm about to get suspended, I'm going to step aside before they tell me to, or if it's proactive and there is no looming suspension, I think you have 2 different things at play. I would imagine, given that he's a restricted free agent in the spring, that they may stick with him, but I can't guess as to what the tenor of the last week or 10 days has been, because it's been outstanding, and he's a good player. It's not what he was in 2013, but I would imagine that they're not going to turn him out into the cold unless he came in with very strong edicts of 1 strike, Josh.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.